Hello Libra, welcome in, welcome back. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a beautiful Monday so far. Hello, how you doing Libra? If you haven't been with me before, hello, my name is Priscilla. I'm a psychic, medium, tarot reader, healer, empath, and I also have the gift of telekinesis, which I will demonstrate for you in a minute. Okay, I embody my spirits. They're always with me. I communicate with them. Of course, I channel them in, and I communicate with them all day with questions and everything, with my crystal pendulum here. Okay, they're saying yes. All right, they're going to pick out the first several cards, and then I will follow it up with the tarot to see what kind of messages, or see what messages they're trying to tell you, or they're trying to relay to you. Okay, Libra, this is a collective reading for the Libra collective, so please take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to. Okay, I do private readings. My information is down below. All right, Libra, let's see what Spirit is trying to tell you. Subscribe to my channel so my spirits can pick up on your energy. Okay, let's see. I'll give you an example of my telekinesis right now. So I won't move the bell, but I'll move the clapper inside with my mind. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is just with my mind. I don't use any tricks or any magnums or nothing. This is just straight with my mind. Okay, my third eye is wide open, so it allows me to move whatever I have in my hands. Okay, but I can move anything with my mind as long as I'm connected to it. Okay. All right, and also my hands, the energy from my hands can also move whatever I have in my hands. Okay, whatever I have in my hands, it can move it like this. All right, Libra. All right, so let's start the reading. Let's see what is going on with Libra. What crowns Libra right now? What crowns Libra? What crowns Libra? What's coming in through source for Libra? What is their crowning thoughts? Spiritual ascension and peace. Wow, hope. Spiritual ascension and peace. Okay. Some of you are, have hope. Maybe for some of you, you had some kind of awakenings, or some kind of spiritual, you're on a spiritual path somehow or some way. Okay, temptation. This is on your third eye. This is your intuition, a gamble. Something here is a temptation, risk and reward. Okay, it's a gamble. So for some of you, you're tempted with something here. You can live in New York, in any of the 5 boroughs, or you can live in a tri-state area, but I'm getting New York, okay? Specifically New York. Maybe you're tempted with some kind of crime or something. I don't know. I just heard that. Just, something with that. Some of you have like hound dogs or something, or dogs, or brown dogs with the big ears. All right? Divine timing. Divine timing. This is in your throat chakra, so this is patience, trusting the plan. All right, maybe there's something here that you want, to go quicker. You're waiting for something, but you have to have patience. All right, patience with something. Back problems. I'm getting back problems. Somebody here with a back problem. Maybe the person that passed on from you, or whatever that's passed on. I don't know, has had back problems. Maybe you can have back problems or something like that, or something to do with I don't know, maybe liver, Something to do with that over here with the stomach area, okay? Inspiration. For some of you, you know, your heart, you're inspired by something. I feel like some of you are painters. Painters come up here right now, Libra. But there's something that you're hoping for sure. Because you got that in your crown chakra and your heart chakra. So there's something that is connected here with this. Maybe, you know, you're hoping to, I don't know, maybe something to do with painting though. Maybe you're a painter creatively, or just a painter period, or something like that. Maybe the person around you is that. Maybe took a gamble with a bid or something like that. I'm just getting that. It took a gamble with a bid because there was some kind of timing. Some kind of timing with something that you needed to rush or something like that. I'm getting. You're rushing the money. Somebody needs money. Maybe somebody needs money, lacking money. I don't know. But this says lacking, unavailable, incomplete. Okay, maybe you need money for something. You know, you don't have enough money for something. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that's what I'm hearing right now. So I'm just gonna go on the vibe, okay, what I'm hearing. All right, what's the sacred chakra here? What is the sacred chakra? Sacred chakra for Libra. A breakthrough. For some of you, you had a breakthrough with something. You're breaking barriers, all right? You're breaking barriers. Maybe for some of you have you know, you work in construction or something like that. For some of you, you probably work in construction, or your loved one works in construction. Grounding energies for Libra. Grounding energies for Libra. Stick to the end so I can figure out what all of this means, okay? Slow and steady. All right, so yeah, there's patience that's needed about something. Just trust the plan. There's patience that's needed around something here. You can be dealing with an Aquarius, but slow and steady. Don't rush something. Maybe, you know, maybe you're breaking barriers with some kind of, I don't know, a breakthrough with something for sure. Maybe slow success. Maybe it's going to take a while. If you're remodeling or something, it's probably going to take a while. You need patience. All right. I don't know. Your gut feeling is telling you that there's something that's unavailable or incomplete. Your gut is telling you that something is unavailable, incomplete, or you're missing something. You're missing a piece to the puzzle somewhere. All right. You know your story, so whatever that is, okay? What you don't see under the deck is phone call, all right? Phone call, conversation, long distance. This can be an elderly person. All right, so this card gives me elderly person, landline. They have a landline. Okay, you're gonna have a conversation long distance with this person. And again, they're probably in their 50s, 60s, 70s, you know, around there, 80s. But this is a long distance phone call that you're going to be having a conversation with somebody long distance who's elderly. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with that. Libra. What's their current energy right now for Libra? What's the current energy, Libra? Current situation, present. Your present situation right now is painful endings, 10 of Swords. This is your current situation. For some of you, you know, you've probably been betrayed. Maybe you lost someone. There's some kind of crisis that went on, but this is painful endings, okay? Painful endings, but to every painful ending, there's a beginning, okay? So, something that just happened in your energy. Maybe somebody betrayed you, maybe some kind of painful endings, all right? Your influence is what helps, or is the challenging is that you walked away, all right? The painful endings made you walk away in disappointment, and you abandoned something. You walked away from something and disappointed. You were very disappointed about this betrayal, okay? So you withdrew and you escaped and you walked away and you left this whatever behind. What's past issues? What's your past issues for Libra? What's the past issues for Libra? Past issues are you looking forward. Three of Wands. All right, progressing, expansion, waiting for your boat to come in, okay? But this is your past issues. You know, you're preparing for something, progressing, expansion, overseas opportunities. Maybe this is the reason why somebody, you know, somebody hurt you and you walked away. What's behind you? You couldn't make a decision. You were at stalemate. Two of Swords. It was a difficult decision that you had to make. What's crowning thoughts here? Yeah, tell the truth. But it came up upside down. So quiet power. You know, this is loss of emotional control, manipulation, misuse of power. This is a King of Swords in a reverse. So this is somebody who's, you know, who's very quiet, all right? Inner truth, yeah, weakness, callous, loss of emotional control. There's a manipulator, all right? Lost. And this is what your crowning thoughts. Your thoughts are regarding this whole situation, that this person was a manipulator, okay? They were trying to emotionally control you. They were, you know, this is a narcissist. This is somebody who is a manipulator, who has to control everything. Quiet power, too, and a sneak. Wow. What is about to happen? Look, manipulation, all right? Reverse magician. Magician in the reverse. Poor planning. This is lack of confidence, insecure. Like, what did I just say? Narcissist. Somebody who's a narcissist, who's, you know, quiet power. Somebody who has quiet power here. Misuse of power is, you know, a narcissist. So this is the person who's about to, you know, about to be in your face. What's about to happen in your immediate future. Okay, what are your fears here? What are the Libra's fears? Your concerns about the situation, your fears. This card wants to come out. Yeah, you want a new beginning. You're thinking about clarity. All right, Ace of Swords. There's a new conflict. This is what this is, your fears. You don't want to fight. You don't want to, you don't want to fight. So you don't want to say anything. Because, yeah, this is a new this is your fears. Ace of Swords. You got clarity. You have, you know, a sharp mind. Again, with the breakthroughs. There was a breakthrough here. All right? There was a breakthrough. Breakthrough. Same card, different deck. So there's some kind of breakthrough that came through for you. Maybe. This can be with a job, or this can be that something that you found out about this narcissist. Mental clarity, and you just don't want to fight. So, but this is definitely a new conflict that's about to happen. This is what you're afraid of. And this completion card keeps popping up underneath here. The world, completion, you know, celebration of life. Maybe you're traveling somewhere, you know, you left and now you're traveling. Let me know if this resonates with you, okay, guys? Leave it down in the comments or thumbs up. Let me know that this is resonating, okay? Let's see how others see you right now. This is how others see you. How others see you. Your environmental factors here are. This is how others see you, as being giving and sharing and generous, okay? A give and take. This is how other people see you, being generous. All right, Libra, this is how people see you, being generous, giving to charity, you know, being a giving and receiving, having, you know, that you're Libra. This is Libra energy. I feel like this is, you know, the scales, you know, the scales. See how the guy has a scale here, Libra. Libra's all about the scales and being, you know, even, given and taken, have justice, being equal and fair. This is how the people see you, being fair, receiving, being generous, sharing your wealth. What you really wish for is your hopes, and what you really wish for right now is Five of Swords. This is abusive relationship. This is disagreements, competition, defeat, sneakiness, winning at all cost. I feel for some of you, you know, you this is what you hope for. You know, you want to win. You want to win right now. You want to win. Winning at all cost right now. Maybe you're doing something, you know, something sneaky, you know, holding things to your chest. You're walking, you know, in silence or something maybe. But this is theft. This is bullies. This is abusive relationships. Okay? So, you know, in your immediate future, it says that manipulation is coming. This person with, you know, this King of Swords who's coming in with, you know, this is also untapped talent. So this is untapped talents also. So this can be something that breaking barriers also as well with this whole, you know, maybe you had a breakthrough with something, you know, a new idea of some sort. This can also mean that you had a new idea, and this also is a new conflict here, because conflict is right, you know, what you really wish for. Maybe you want to fight with this person because they're narcissists and you want to walk away from them. So yeah, that can be that too, okay? All right, the answer to your question here, the outcome of this is wow. Knight of Swords in the upright and the Fool in the reverse. So this is, you know, you hesitating, all right? This can be you risk-taking. This can be recklessness. You can be, you know, all right, now you're fast thinking here and you're driven to succeed, all right? You're taking some kind of action. You're taking some kind of action here. You're driven to succeed with, you know, ambitious and everything. And you're going to be, you know, with fearlessness. But, you know, you might be holding back with something too. You're indecisive. But you're ready to go forward. Because you want to, you know, you want to get away from this abusive relationship, it looks like. Okay? Somebody's trying to get away from this abusive relationship and they don't care. They're going to take every risk possible. They don't care, whatever. Or fearlessness and, you know, oh, well, whatever, you know, because somebody's going to have to, you know, think fast here. All right? Let me know how this resonates with you, if it does. Wow. Let's see who this person who's this King of Swords here. Who's this King of Swords who's a manipulator and a narcissist for Libra? Who is this Magician in reverse and a King of Swords in reverse here? Who is this narcissist? Who is this person who is controlling and who's a manipulator? White American, long hair. What else? Who else is this? Who is this King of Swords? I mean, you know, not for nothing, but tarot has no gender. Okay, so this can be a man or a woman. All right, take it where it resonates. They wear black clothing. This can be a witch or a warlock here. Straight hair, a mole. Looks like they have a mole on their face or something. Younger than you. And a witch. Like I said, they're a witch or a warlock. There it is. I said it. A scar on their face. A scar, period. And a tattoo. All right? And tattoos. So let's recap on that. They have tattoos. A scar. They're a witch or a warlock. They're younger than you. They have a mole. Straight hair. Black clothing. Long hair. So long straight hair. White American. Okay? Take it where it resonates. Just saying. Creativity is what crowns you right now. Yeah, so follow your creative insights. All right, this is what they're saying. Follow your creative insights. This is you. All right, if you were having to sit, you know, you were probably making, you know, like having hard decisions because you were at a deadlock, right? Your immediate past is like you couldn't make a decision on something here. You're making, you know, having to make a difficult decision. You're at a deadlock, at a stalemate. You know, weighing options, and maybe avoiding, you know, making a decision here. This is in your immediate past. All right, so your outcome is that, yeah, you're holding back. Again, that was, you know, you're still holding back, but, you know, something about you, you know, getting on your horse and, you know, being driven to succeed, and you're defending your, you know, your beliefs now. Maybe you're focusing on your, you know, expressing yourself, as they're saying here. Again, maybe some of you had spiritual ascension, so maybe some of you had an awakening of some sort. But follow your creative insights is what Spirit is trying to tell you here. Okay, your intuition, teamwork, all right? Teamwork. Now, this might be a risk you might be taking with these people, but there's risk and reward. You're going to be a tempted deal here. You're going to be tempted with a deal with teamwork, a partnership of some sort. Someone's going to be coming to your aid, okay? You might have to travel for it, all right? Trust in the plan. Trust in the plan. You might have to travel for this. And again, you know, maybe that's the basis of the situation here, is what you had to travel. Be prepared for this, you know, long distance travel, waiting, you know, wanting to escape, a new adventure, or journey to the next level. What else, Spirit? Friendships here. Friendships, letting go of toxic friends. You're in heart chakra. Yeah, maybe your hopes, and maybe you guys are not, you know, I feel like with friendships, you guys are not collaborating, or you're not seeing eye to eye, maybe. Okay, attracting new friends. This is change in friendship, spending more time with friends, or letting go of toxic friends. I mean, you did walk away here. Somebody did, you know, cause you painful endings. All right, might have been with a conversation on phone or some sort, but you did walk away in disappointment. All right, with this betrayal. So it could have been a friendship that you let go that was toxic, that disappointed you. Or it could have been, you know, not even a friendship. It could have been a relationship, all right? You're torn between two worlds here, it says. You know, torn between two paths. Trying to stay, you know, trying to balance two lives. You're in transition. You're in transition. Yeah, you don't want to fight. I feel like you don't want to fight. Rare gift here. Some of you, you know, rare gift, a special gift is given to you. Seize the opportunity. Unique gifts bring good luck. So the power to attract wealth. I feel like you're going to be, there's going to be definitely somebody who's tempting you with some kind of money. Maybe for some of you guys who are single, there's going to be maybe a gift that brings luck and success. And it might be having to travel, but I'm definitely getting travel to a place with, you know, a collaboration. Happiness, there it is, happiness and angels. So you're gonna be, your angels are guiding you, okay? You're divinely guided. Ask your angels for help, all right? You're protected. Pay attention to the signs and dreams that you have, though. Pay attention to the signs, all right? Because the angels are trying to send you a sign, because this is what grounds you, all right? For sure. Slow and steady. Slow success. Don't rush it. Again, you guys are traveling to something here. There's a breakthrough with something, a job, maybe with maybe with the loved one, but I'm getting more of a job here. A new adventure. They're saying it's going to be slow success. Don't rush it, you know, but you're going to be extremely happy about this. You know, you're going to be feeling on top of the world, feeling happy about your life, an incident that made you happy, that's going to make you happy, a smoother ride through life. All right. But slow, and they're saying it's going to be slow and steady to get there, though. Okay. Don't rush it. But you're definitely going to get there, and you are protected. Your angels protect you. Watch for the signs. Watch out for those signs. I'm hearing, you know, coins on the floor. Coins on the floor. All right, I just heard coins on the floor. What else am I hearing here? For some of you, yeah, you definitely, you know, your angels are with you here. Maybe there's some kind of tree that you, that they're by or something like that, but that's what they're like, you know, pointing to me at. Some kind of tree. There's a tree that you guys have or something like that, that they're buried by or something, or I don't know, maybe there's a tree by your house that, you know, it's close to them, or something about a tree, guys, okay? And your loved one that's passed over. Maybe they have you by a tree that they love, a weeping willow, I don't know. All right, so let's continue here. Let's see more about this. Let's get the twisted truth here. What else about this magician who's a manipulator? What else this person coming through is about? Oh my God, it says STD. I don't know, maybe that's why you walked away from them. Maybe they weren't, you know, toxic lifestyle. Maybe they had, you know, maybe they had a toxic lifestyle. Okay. Maybe they were unhealthy and drugs, partying, bad choices, you know, enablers, promiscuous. All right, look at that. So you're moving on from this, you know, letting go, loving yourself, being free. Okay. For somebody definitely is was hurt and they walked away from this person for sure. All right, moving on, letting go, loving yourself now. You can have a goldfish or fish in a tank or something. GPS, all right, maybe you GPS this person. Or you had a, you know, you shared your location. Something to do with a GPS, though, and sharing your location. You can be sharing your location with your friends. You can be sharing your location with your family, but definitely GPS. Maybe you caught them with that. You got spiritual gifts. Right now, you're in between worlds. Like, again, what crowns you being, you know, ascension. Being a spiritual ascension. So, yeah, you have spiritual gifts. Look at that. Rare gifts. So, you have rare gifts for some of you. Meditation. You're between worlds right now, trying to... But definitely, somebody here is very spiritual. They got spiritual gifts. Maybe you don't know about this, but pay attention to the signs. All right? There could be tarot readers here with me. Could be tarot. But some of you have a rare gift. I don't know if somebody's fake busy right now. Somebody's fake busy. And this is what your gut is telling you. Maybe they're hanging out with a Jezebel who's, you know, for money here. Yeah, and then this is what this was came out. Firestorm. You could be dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Sag, or Leo. All right, Aries, Sag, or Leo. So karma, drama, endings, loss, mental breakdown, firestorm. Again, you walked away from all of this. You know, this was a mental breakdown for you. Endings, loss. This is your current, you know, it's the same card. All right. Endings, loss, drama, karma. All right. This person's definitely going to get their karma because your angels don't play about you. You're protected. Okay, you're definitely protected here. All right. Let me give you a spirit animal here. This is an animal that you've been seeing or will be seeing, and there's a message that's attached to it. Let's see what spirit brings in for you for Libra. What are you seeing for Libra? Just wanted to come out. A cicada. A cicada, one of those cicadas. All right, they're loud voice. So controlled breathing aids meditation and helps to discover our sacred song. So in unity, we raise our hum for greater impact. All right, in unity, we raise our hum for greater impact. Cicadia. You could be seeing cicadias, or maybe you could be hearing them on television, in a book, on the internet, whatever. But a cicadium, loud voice, so controlled breathing aids meditation and helps to discover our sacred song. So some of you need to breathe, all right? Like this says, you know, breathe. Spiritual gifts, you need to meditate, all right? Control your breathing, meditation, it helps. You might be between worlds. You know, trying to balance two lives and in transition. So, you know, meditate, okay? For some of you, you need to do this. You have spiritual gifts. All right, this was your message. I hope it resonated with you. If it didn't, come back for the next. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, okay? Love, light, and peace to each and every one of you. Please be kind to one another. Don't be mean, because you know why? Mean people suck. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Peace out, Libra.